my producer. Pull from the hip, 4/5, I'm the shooter. Dog, I do ya. But the two don't discriminate, cause I shoot the guy next to you. I can see right through you.
To the I Ain't Heard That podcast where we're going over the NBA draft. What up, fellas? How y'all doing today?
Going on, my guys? How y'all doing?
Good, man. Blessed. KA side to the day I die.
We got a special guest in the building from the Best to Never Do It podcast, Tone. Asthmatic, what's going on, bro?
What's going on? What's going on, fellas? I appreciate y'all having me on.
My guy, what's the deal?
My boy Skip.
I hope you're ready to get into this, man.
Oh, yeah, you already know, man. We done win at it so many times.
I just appreciate the name, the Best to Never Have Done. That's it. I got to bow down to the name. Marketing genius.
So we got one half of Darius can join us, but we got one half for sure.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you have to work, but definitely got to get y'all both on again.
Yeah, shout out to my guy for sure.
So what you guys think, man? I mean, we can go from 14-1 or 1-14, and I got a bone to pick with my man Vince. He I don't know why he got so much hate for my Pistons, man. I don't even know what I did with my hat. I should have wore it.
You want to start there? You want to start there at 1?
Might as well.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. All right. Let's dive into it. Okay. So the Pistons' number 1 pick. Okay, they go with Cade Cunningham. Hell of a player. I have no problems with Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham was a college standout, did marvelous job with the school, university he was at. But when the Pistons selected him, your team now looks pretty much entirely the same. If you go with their roster at the point guard, you either have Killian Hayes or Corey Joseph, 6'5" or 6'3". Okay, your wings, you're going to have Grant, 6'8", Sadiq Bey, 6'8". At center, you're going to have Stewart, 6'9", or Jahlil Okafor, which I hope is not Jahlil Okafor, and Cade Cunningham. Your entire roster looks the same.
Well, I'll say this, and I was watching the draft, and Vince, me and you was on the same page with this on they should have picked Evan Mobley. So, but when I did a little bit more research and I listened to them talk last night, Cade Cunningham is the best complete player in the NBA draft. Complete. I'm just talking about from top to bottom, he is complete. And you would be a fool not to draft him because even if he doesn't work out in Detroit, you can use him for draft picks, you can use him from other things. So I'm kind of changed, especially just watching him, knowing his story, and then even how he just put on for Detroit when he got drafted. Put on for Dallas. He tapped in the city. We need that, but we don't need that because I don't really think he understands that Detroit culture because when he tap in, he gonna really be tapped in just like how DeAndre like Drummond was. He was, on Joy Road, in the studio with Trick. He Cade doesn't need that. He's not used to that. But I do like how he put the bus on for the city. But he is the most complete player in the draft. So you would have been a fool not to draft him, just like if the Pistons would have picked Jalen Green or Evan Mobley. People would always have something to say. So I think I know the team will be the same, but he is the best complete player in the draft. So
I give you this, and I don't mean to interrupt, but I give you this because I give you that. But I want to ask both of you guys this, okay? Is it the best all-around player or the best needs for your team? Because, yes, he was probably the best all-around player in the draft, but was he what the Pistons needed the most? I ask both of y'all.
Hey, let me answer that real quick. I would say you draft the best overall player because if you got the number 1 pick, he is the team. Nobody else on the team can. You build it. Nobody else. You don't draft at the number 1 pick. You don't draft a player that fits the team because if you needed a player to fit the team, you wouldn't be drafted number 1. So you look at that piece and build around him. Now you look at it as a blank canvas. You got something with Sadiq Bey. He's a good player, but he's a role player. A contender might offer you 2 or 3 picks for that. And now you keep building. You know what I'm saying? You look at Cade as you want to be bad. I look at it as you want to be bad for the next couple years. But I don't think this is the first step into winning. I think this is step 1 in the process, as the Philly fans would say. And you go from here. You look at Cade. Maybe next year you in the top 5 again. You get Hardy. Now you speeding. You know what I'm saying? Now you building something.
Yeah, like
once again, I agree with everything. I cannot dispute nothing you're saying, but I just think that proves further my point. Last year, Sadiq Bey, we're going to build around you. Okay? Sadiq Bey, Gillian Hayes, all these kids we were supposed to be building around. We haven't stuck to anything. We move on.
But that's life, though. That's a job. Hey, you come in, do the job. If you can't do what I need you to do, guess what? We're gonna draft the next best player next year, see if they get it done.
But then how do we get better? We're replacing the same players.
No. I don't think K has such versatility though, man. I mean, I think you're missing that point. Like he's more than just a point guard. Like he can play 1 through probably 4. You know what I mean?
I'll leave it at this. Leave it at this, fellas. I agree with you. He came in, put it on for the city. I actually got hyped watching the draft. I don't know if it was more so Jalen Rose, Detroit basketball. I don't know. I don't know if it was more Jalen Rose or Cade Cunningham, but I will tell you this. What did he do in the tournament? When we go to when we get to talking about our number 9 pick, Davion Mitchell, what did he do? He got locked up in the tournament.
Hey, you see, Davion Mitchell also had another player drafted in the draft with him. So it wasn't just him. There won't be another team on 2 through 20 that Oklahoma State have that get drafted.
True. That is true.
Like we'll give you that. I will give you that.
And then, like you said, even if we go back like that, man, you know how the NBA is. The NBA go on potential. They really don't care about what you did in college. Because if that was the case, why did Ben Simmons go so high? He didn't have a great college career, did he?
Another player we're going to talk about if we talk to 114, Zayer Williams. Zayer Williams played terrible at Stanford.
He did, but they were going off what he did in high school.
They went back to what he did in high school.
Yeah. And then, like, even going back to the Pistons, like you said, I think, like you said, Vince, I totally agree with you. A lot of teams they get the player and try to build that year. If it don't work, then they just draft next year. A lot of teams need to get like how Golden State was. Golden State got their ass kicked in the first couple of years, but they build those pieces so that they can be a championship team with the Steph Curry, the Draymond Green, the Klay Thompson. I think more teams need to build that philosophy, but like you said, it's what have you done for me lately type thing. And if you ain't getting it done in the first year, then guess what? We're gonna go for the next player and see if he can get it done.
And also, I feel like the league has transitioned into like positionless basketball, man. I mean, you no longer really have. I mean, you got a bunch of wing players, really. I mean, so I just feel like the Pistons, they're on their way, man.
I mean, it works until you keep replacing. I don't want to keep beating a dead horse, but Sadiq Bey is Cade Cunningham. Grant is Sadiq Bey. They're all the prototype of the same player. We're just replacing the same player over and over and over again. That's hard to be better. It's hard to be better when you do that. So I'll leave it at this. To my man, Craig, who I love dearly, you are not finishing in the top 9 of the conference, sir.
What? Oh, my, how? Are they better than Washington?
I don't think so.
They're not better than the Washington.
But I ran it down to you last night. I ran it down to you.
They're not better than the Washington Wizards. They're not better than the Bulls.
If they trade Bradley Beal, then hell no.
No, yeah. If they trade Bradley Beal, it's a wrap.
You know Washington came in 8th, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but wait. So you got the Nets, the Bucks, the Celtics, the Hawks, the Heat, the Magic, in Toronto and Indiana. Are they better than?
Hell yeah, they're better than Magic.
Hornets?
Get out of here.
Charlotte gonna be better. Charlotte probably
gonna be better. Yeah.
Charlotte probably gonna be top 9.
No, sir.
Man, all right. Like I said, put your money where your mouth is, sir. I know you've seen that.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
200. We got it on live.
No. Check it out. I don't like betting money, but we can go 200 meows, sir.
200 meows.
Anywhere, anytime, I will ask you to stand up and give me 5, and you will meow to the loudest.
No. I'm not
Come on, where you
like
put your money
that. No, we can do money. No, this is better dinner or something, man.
Okay, dinner. Yeah. But the dinner has to include our whole podcast family here.
All right. Everybody that witnessed it.
That's
top restaurant. Actually, let's go to Imaginate. Just saw that. It's a nice little restaurant. No plug or anything, but
okay. Or we can go to the Soul of Detroit, new restaurant here, live music. Y'all go check them out.
So let me ask. I'm gonna ask all three of y'all this. What would y'all get a Pistons grade for the draft last night? If y'all had to give them a grade or a percentage,
A.
A.
I give them a B, solid B.
Yeah, I'm gonna say a solid B.
I'm talking about overall. I'm not just talking about for the draft pick. I'm just saying
say overall a solid B. It was a couple people I would have took late.
Yeah.
Yeah, I give him a B too. Like you said, I like the kid from Iowa though. That was a good pickup for sure. He get buckets.
Yeah. And I think he's ready to play too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And that's even Livers probably, maybe.
I think Livers is too.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on to the second pick, Houston.
The sneaky pick, because people didn't expect him to go too. They thought Mobley was going to.
Absolutely.
But y'all, before we say this, what y'all think about his outfit at the draft, man?
And that was horrible.
Man, he was looking like one of them dudes from Fat Albert, bro.
I don't know if y'all follow Famous Los on IG, man. They had the side to side said he looked like Sweetness from Roll Bounce.
He did. He look like Sweetness from Roll Bounce.
Hey, but did y'all catch Jalen Rose call him Goldie?
Yeah, he did look like Goldie.
Oh my God. You know what it is. We can handle this like some gentlemen, and we can get into some gangster stuff. He called him Goldie.
I did not know that because I was flipping back and forth. I was flipping back and forth from the other one to the one with Jalen.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I couldn't get channel or 7 last night. I don't know what was going on with that, but yeah. So what do you guys think? I mean,
I like Jalen.
I do
Jalen
too
for that squad. They got a lot of ball handlers though. I'm not gonna lie. I like Michael Porter. I like Kevin Porter, man. If he get his mental right, that boy is a bucket, man.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So they gotta play the same position. They could be interchangeable because they both can play make. But I do like Jalen Green, man. I think his ceiling is all NBA type 27 points per game 4 or 5 years down the line.
I think you hit the nail on the head. He's a good player. However, you got a lot of guys, ball handlers. I don't know how they got better. It was a good pick. He's a good player, but how did they get better? You got John Wall, you got Gordon, you got Bradley, you got Kenyon Martin Jr. How did you get better? You're young, you have some pieces. Now it depends on what you do with those pieces.
True, but like you said, he is a bucket getter. I think they was comparing him to like T-Mac, well, not saying T-Mac per se, but his ability to score and those type of players you just can't pass on. Like you said, I think they should have went towards more of the big, in my opinion. Like you said, because they already got enough guards. But just going back to the Pistons, man, it's all right. We got all these guards. Which one of y'all gonna go crazy today? You know what I'm saying? Because one thing I learned in basketball, you can have a good group of bigs, but a group of good guards gonna be bigs any day. So if they can get it up the flow and keep it going fast paced, I think they should be able to do good. I actually like that pick, and I like his game as well.
And they're young. They're young. But what are you going to do now? If you're Wall, if you're Gordon, if you're Bradley, you're like, somebody's leaving. Somebody's going.
I think it's Wall, especially just because of the injuries and all that type of stuff. I think they're trying to prep Jalen to be the next John Wall, the next James Harden, the next whatever, to where he will be the primary ball handler. So
how tall is Jalen Green? Anybody know off the top of their head?
I think he's 6'5",
6'6", something like that.
So that's actually almost another James Harden, actually.
Yeah.
And that's what I was going to.
And he got to put some weight on too. So
he will for sure. But like even when he was playing in the G League, he was actually getting bugged. That's a grown man he was playing against, so he'll be fine for sure. I like that.
His three got to get better too. His three was a little shaky. His three got to get better.
Tom, let me ask you this:
I like him for Detroit because he a 2-point killer, and we need some. You got to space that floor. Your three got to be a little bit better, man, especially at that next level.
Mm-hmm.
I like that you said that, Tone. Now let me ask you a question, because this is so now it seems like the NBA is moving towards bigs not in the paint because it clogs up space, and you want spacing for guys to get to the basket. So we're moving away from the bigs, right?
Right.
Okay. But then Milwaukee comes back and wins with a big.
But because they had that They had that 5. They had Brook Lopez, who was a big, who could play big on the defensive end, but can stand out to 3, and now the plane ain't clogged up for your big to dribble to the hole. So it's still the same thing, but he's just a different type of big.
And then you ain't got 2 bigs. You got Giannis actually being a 1 through 5. So Giannis getting it and going. If Giannis passing Brook up the floor, guess what? The paint ain't clogged. If you look at that championship game, and not to switch spaces or anything like that, Giannis played probably the best NBA Finals performance I ever seen with my eyes. Like you said, I seen Jordan when I was younger, but to actually understand the game of basketball, man, he probably had the best Finals game just because he controlled the pace. And guess what? When he got that ball, it was either a bucket or he was getting fouled. He wasn't waiting for nobody. He was getting it and going. So that's what you need. You don't need to slow it down, because once you slow it down, that's when you call the paint up. So if Giannis wasn't that type of player, I don't think Milwaukee would have, I think the paint would have been clogged.
Okay, so then that leads us back into, so can Houston win with no big?
What do you consider Christian Wood?
That's what I'm about to say.
Christian Wood?
Irrelevant.
I wouldn't say all that.
No,
Christian Wood is solid big. He could space the floor for you, and he could put his back to the basket. That ain't his
game is changing,
his strong point, but he could do a little bit of both.
He can.
And I think that's why they was happy that they didn't take Evan Mobley, because they really like Christian Wood.
Yeah.
And they kind of similar. I mean, Evan Mobley is a little more versatile because he could play the 4 and 5 and dribble ball handle a little bit more. But I think that's why they didn't take Mobley. I think Mobley is the better player, but it was gonna be too hard to move Christian Wood because you couldn't play both of them.
And that just speaks volumes about Houston as well too. So they wouldn't have, if they would have drafted him, now he would have been worried. You know what I'm saying? But for them to do that, he's like, okay, they trusted in him and they understand the process, basically.
I want to double back, Tone, because I posed this question to these guys, the last one. What do you think about the G League in college? What do you think you get the best experience?
I heard your question, and I was just telling my cousin. I think I like the G League because it's like those grown men, those guys that's 20. You got the ex-NBA players who kind of a little bit past their prime, but you got those guys 24, 25. Dog, if I don't make it, if I don't beat you or show my tape, I'm going to Turkey to play. Mm-hmm. I'm not like, it's eat or be killed. Kill or be killed is what I'm trying to say. So it's like you need that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that make the competition a little bit tougher. And that's why I like it for those elite college, high school kids going into the G League, because it's like growing up, ain't no 3 p.m. study hall. It ain't nothing else taking your mind. It's basketball, and the guys you going against ain't playing nice, man. They ain't thinking about their girlfriends or fight. They trying to go at you.
Yeah, I think it's a misconception that for whatever reason the G League is considered or holds bums basically, and I don't think that's the case. Like the league, and Vince, you can attest to this. It's political sometimes. You know what I mean? Like you could be good and not make it. So I don't, and that's why I say and I think to take it back to, no, I know, but you told me the story, so
I know, but man, why you keep downing me, man?
I'm not downing you. I'm just saying it's an anecdotal story.
You know,
you told me that. So if you ain't heard the story, so tell the story, Vince. Okay. I know we're getting off. So
I had an opportunity to go to the Hornets camp. I was better than Muggsy Bogues. In my opinion, I killed Muggsy Bogues all camp. However, Muggsy Bogues was going to put more asses in the seat than I was. That's what I was told. I was told more people will come to pay to see him play, and there was not that much of a separation between me or him, so I was cut.
I could definitely see that. I definitely see that, especially in that era. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which means you can see that.
I mean, that's what we're saying. Like the G League is not full of bums. I hear people saying that all the time. Like, you know, college is
especially now. It's people getting caught up from the G League that's getting like money now. Like, you know what I mean? Luke Dort was a G League player. He one of the best two-way players in the league right now. Like,
Now let me ask you this though: do you think between the G League and now this sponsorship, college is going to become irrelevant?
Yeah, man. I think so. I think it's going to be more to what it used to be, where guys are going to become 2- and 3-year players, You know, it's people are going to stay a little long. It's going to be a little bit long, more development. It's going to be like for those players that's not quite good enough. Those 25 or below recruits going to end up going to college and staying 1 or 2 years and building a tournament, kind of how it was before. But those stars, when you got the overtime league and all these top websites creating their own leagues, man, that the top talent is gone, man. They paying Imani Bates won't see at college.
No, because
You know, like those top 10 players gonna be all over the country playing, making 400,000-500,000 easy, man. Ain't no use.
But you gotta think about it like this though, especially with these sponsorships now. It depends. Like you said, if you go overseas and make 4 or 5K, right? 400 or 500K, but you can get a Nike or Oreo deal, the same thing. Guess what? I'm gonna stay here because guess what? I'm here with my family. Yeah. I get to do this, and then plus, you know, the colleges, and I know I should be saying it, but you know, the colleges is looking out for the top players anyway. You know what I'm saying? So that's 500K in my pocket from Oreo, and the college taking care of me, and then no telling what local restaurant, local whatever. Because like you said, for instance, Pierre Brooks, Michigan State. He just got a Moneyball deal.
Yeah, Moneyball.
Yeah, you know, Moneyball been around for years, and shout out to Ferg and all them because they're my people. You know, they used to do our jerseys at Persian, but that's a great look. Like you said, I don't know how much to get into it, but I don't know how much that's going to be. Even like Harlan who plays for the University of Miami, one of my young dogs. They whole team just got to deal with all the players is going to get extra money for the semester. You know what I'm saying? So it can improve, but like you said, if I can go to the G League, if it ain't a good amount of money, they going to the G League or they going overseas. But even if you look at it like this, man, some of these kids got more Instagram followers than the college or the basketball team.
Mikey Williams in the 11th grade, and they set that boy up with millions. He still got 2 years of high school.
So do I go to college or and I love Rich Paul and them so much, man. And shout out to them, man. I forgot the one kid name, but he didn't even go to college, man.
Darius Baisley for the Thunder.
Yeah,
he had $1 million deal for New Balance. He was an intern at New Balance. He ain't go to overseas, nothing. He ain't do nothing. Just work out.
Why not build that business mind while you taking a year off and then just work out? Now you understand the whole business of it. Now you become better. And I think we're gonna start seeing more of that. Because like you said, college you can get hurt. G League you can get hurt. You might not play as well, expose your weaknesses, but shit, you know, I mean, shoot, kids might just like you say, take that year off and do what they need to do and still make money on Instagram.
And the G League, this was just the first year. They had the first year of G League, but it was the first year with that high school play. It's only gonna get bigger. Those games gonna get later. Once you start getting a bigger and best talent, it's gonna be big. It's gonna be big as the Big Ten ACC tournament. You know, like if you got the number 1 and number 2 players playing against 3 ex-NBA players, and yeah, man, the G League probably gonna be the next best thing to the NBA.
And the reason I asked that is because Jalen Green was huge in his after he got drafted, in his interview where he said that he thought the G League had better prepared him for this moment than a lot of the other guys. So
absolutely. And taking it back to Jalen Green, I think he's going to be a great player, man. I think he got a chip on his shoulder as well, because I really do feel like he thought he should have been the number 1.
Oh, for sure. He could have.
Right.
He should fire his wardrobe designer.
Yes, sir. Man. All right, so let's move on to the Cleveland with Evan Mobley.
The man with the most upside in the draft, the man who should have went number 1, the man that just made Cleveland better than your Pistons. Absolutely. Let's go with Evan Mobley. The roster, they got Sexton, young guy. Sexton's a killer. Don't sleep on him. He didn't have a good year, but Sexton's a killer. You got Allen and you got Varejao. At the bigs, you got Nance Jr., you got Kevin Love, the old wily vet, if he can stay healthy. Mobley's a good pickup for them, and that might put them in that 10-9 range on the East.
Tone, I'll let you go with this one because I got. Go ahead,
man,
Tone.
All right, man. 9-10, man. Number 1, I don't even know if Mobley a 4 or 5. I like Mobley fit at the 3rd spot because they'd have to draft a guard, and Lord knows they don't need another undersized guard because I don't know what they're gonna do between Sexton and Garland. Honestly, I love Sexton coming out, but NBA career been up and down. But I like Mobley, but I think that roster is trash. They about to have to pay Jared Allen $100 million because he's a free agent. So you got Allen and Mobley side by side, Mobley gonna be playing a lot on the outside. I think it's gonna. I think he got a chance to be the best player in the draft, but I think it's gonna take a while because he got to develop too much. He got a long way to develop to be a star player in the NBA.
Skip, let me get this in because I want your reaction to this when you give your perception of what happened. What you're saying is absolutely right. You still got Allen and Varejao at the bigs. So you allow Mobley to go out to the 4. This man can already guard 1 through 5. He showed that in college. He can guard 1 through 5, and his handles aren't that bad. So you can put him at the 4, which allows his slight frame to get bigger because he has to hit the weight room. He's got to get stronger, but you're not killing him. He's not taking a pounding as he gets a chance to grow. He's the best player in the draft.
But is he gonna get lost out there because he got 2 guards that like to dribble the ball? So is he gonna do a lot of standing? Is he gonna be able to move around? He's just gonna be out there because Garland and Collin, neither one of them are big playmakers with like 7, 8, 9 assists a game. They just dribbling to see if I can't get to the cup, I'm gonna pass it to the outside. So
you're talking about the entire NBA. You're talking about the entire NBA. Dribble, shoot. Dribble, shoot. That's all the NBA is.
So with that being said, him being at the 4, he just standing there. How is he really gaining his chops?
That's a coach. Needs to handle that. Skip, back me up.
Yeah, and they're gonna be better than the Pistons. All right, man.
No. And that's the part where I get kind of tricky too, because like 2 things I want to say, and I want to ask you guys this: Cleveland draft picks been successful at what position?
Wings, really.
And guards, right? If you really go back to it, the last number 1 draft pick who they had was Bennett. Didn't work out. They had Christian Thompson, big. He decent. But then if you look, their mainly draft picks that have been successful in Cleveland has been LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, those type of players. So bigs usually don't tend to form in Cleveland, just being honest. You see what I'm saying? But then let's go down to all the bigs they got in Cleveland. They got Jared Allen. They got the one kid from the Pistons. I can't say his name, so I'm not going to pronounce it, but it's like Madul Kadid or whatever it is.
He said, I'm not going to pronounce it. Then he said it.
I tried. You know what I'm saying? Then they got Larry Lance Jr. We still got Kevin Love. We got Prince. And then they got Lamar Stevenson. He's going to get in, but is he going to get better? Is my thing in Cleveland. Is he going to get better or is he going to get worse?
Hey, let me say something real quick. It's a small tangent. If I just want to say, Kevin Love been the worst veteran ever in the history of the NBA. He's been an asshole. And if he was black, he would be getting tore up on ESPN daily. But since he's white, they kind of give him a pass. I just sent that to the group chat earlier today, man. So I had to get that off.
So let me ask you this: what makes Kevin Love the worst vet?
Because he don't show that he's a leader. When he's on court, he's throwing the ball out of bounds. He's kind of like an asshole. He don't play. He been requesting trades, but they not putting it out to the mass media like they did James Harden. I can only guess for one reason. I mean, the talent is a little different, but Kevin Love is a NBA champion, multi-time All-Star, and he's been a complete asshole to Cleveland, man.
But you got to think about it too, and this is on a serious matter, though. His mental health. So that's been huge too, and he's been taking care of that mental health. So maybe that could have been the reason why he was like he was. You know what I'm saying?
The Olympic, what's his name? Jerry Colangelo said this about Kevin Love when they kicked him off the USA team. Well, it didn't work out. He wasn't in shape, and he was way behind as it turned out. So you move on, call it a mistake. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't played a meaningful NBA game since LeBron left. That's 4 years. Why you ain't in shape? You know what I'm saying? You ain't. He's just kind of been an asshole, and because he white, man, it's the only reason I can say that they don't really tear him up for it.
So he's got the complexion for the protection.
I never heard that one before.
You're right though. Like I didn't even know that was going on over there. I mean, maybe because Cleveland is a sinkhole, so
I didn't either. But that's
even though I love the city.
Yeah, Cleveland is a great city. Basketball players though go there to die.
Unless LeBron's there. So.
But unless LeBron's there. But I'm hoping not Evan Mobley, because Evan Mobley clearly had the most upside in this draft. Evan Mobley was the best player in this draft.
I'm gonna give a hot take.
To me, he was too. But like you say, it's all about situations. And if you go by, you could be a good player, but you got to be in a good situation. I just don't think I don't think the Cavaliers is a good situation for him.
No.
Just in my opinion.
And I'm gonna give a hot take. Let me get this hot take. Let me get this hot take. I think depending on what Cleveland does, Mobley might be on the bench, man.
Oh, that's true. I can see that for real. I can see that.
I don't think he's ready, man. I just don't think he's ready.
Listen, I think he got star potential, but he a little brother and his big brother played for the team. He played timid. He played like he was a little brother a lot at USC. He got to kind of get some toughness to him. He's a little, for a big, you kind of need a little bit more, kind of like Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis' first few years, he showed great player, but he didn't have no beast in him. And when you drafting a big that high, you need a little bit more attitude. And Evan Mobley showed he was a little, I ain't gonna say soft, but timid, man.
Thank y'all for having me, man. Tune in and we done went off, man. Come on, man. This kid's a player.
He is in a few years, 5 years down the road, and he probably won't be with Cleveland.
Well, if his agent is smart, no, he won't be.
All right, so let's move on to the Toronto Raptors, who shocked the world.
Yeah.
I say.
Yeah. The only thing I can say about them is they're in rebuilding, transition, and that's what they use that pick for. I have no idea, because you're either losing Lowry, Siakam, or both. You didn't put both out there to be traded, so you're losing them. And to bring in Scotty Barnes, you're in transition, and I guess you're going to make him the face of the franchise. I don't know.
But they said Siakam, they've been having him on trading block almost for the last 2 or 3 months, though. I heard, you know what I'm saying? And them drafting him, like you said, he came off the bench, was a freshman, did what he was supposed to do. I like that pick for sure. He's 6'9". I think they said his wingspan was like 7 foot, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So he and you got to think all them players on that side is lengthy.
I think they defense could be nasty, but unless they plan on beating people 87 to 75, they don't got nobody to score the ball. OG Anunoby still ain't been able to score in 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Siakam, he up and down. So I don't know who gonna put the ball in the hoop. Scotty Barnes can't shoot at all. So I don't know how they defense gonna be good, but I don't know how they plan on putting no points on the board.
Or Kyle Lowry or Fran VanVleet, they're gonna have to be making sure they score. But then I also heard they're trying to get some good shooting guard over there anyway. So
Kyle Lowry might be leaving. He a free agent. He trying to go play for a ship.
Lowry has told the Lakers he wants to come. The Lakers or the Clippers. So Lowry or Siakam or both are out of there. You're not keeping
both out of there.
Yeah, probably they're both out. So I would have
took who would y'all took? I would have took Suggs, man. At least I know Suggs score at least 16, 17 a game, 15.
Combo guard, can play point and shooting.
Right next to VanVleet.
Yeah.
Or even Mitchell. Mitchell could have been a good guard to play on the side of.
Mitchell is a dog.
Yeah, he would have locked up too, and he get buckets, and he tough.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a weird pick, man. But like I said, they maybe they got something up their sleeve over there. Mm-hmm.
Like you said, them trades. Like you said, we're gonna see some trades for sure.
Yeah.
Right. So we're gonna go on to Orlando. We didn't spend much time on that, but
yeah,
we going to Orlando.
Yeah,
I'm glad we're going to Orlando because I got a lot to say about Orlando.
All right, go ahead, kick it off.
I'm glad for Jalen.
Speech.
I'm glad for Jalen Suggs. I'm glad for this young man, great young man. But the roster didn't get better. They're in disarray. They're trash. They got Cole Anthony, Jalen Suggs, Markel, and Fultz. That's it. You know, the Wagner. I don't see it, man.
I got Michael Carter Williams too.
Okay, yeah, I forgot about my bad. Michael Carter Williams. They did not get better. That roster is horrible. It's in disarray. I think us 4 and 1 more could beat them.
You don't like Jonathan Isaac?
I was about to say I like Jonathan Isaac.
Defensively, he's another only one side of the ball. They still got Mo Bamba. They don't develop. That's the thing about man, they don't develop people, man. They take on projects and they just stay what they was when they got drafted. None of their players developed. Not one player over there developed.
Yeah.
Dwight
Well,
Howard
folks
never
folks got a little bit better, right? Well, I mean, I guess that didn't take much.
Not for number one.
Yeah,
Not
no,
for
you're
number
right.
He was hurt too. And then they got the Wagner too. They just to speak on overall picks, they got Wagner from Michigan, and they had the other Wagner from Michigan as well too.
Oh, you don't like Wagner? Oh, I like Wagner.
I do.
No, Vince dog him.
During the tournament, he shrunk. He shrunk, disappeared. He is not his brother. He is not his brother.
He not, but a lot of players, you don't know what could be going on. A lot of players during that tournament aspect kind of played terrible. It's only a few, man. Like you said, it's only a few that's built to just be on every level.
I think he's a good role player. I don't think he's a star, but could he be good? You hate to stereotype, but could he be like one of those other foreign Bogdanovich or one of those other type of heat check guys who can give you 15, 17 in a playoff game? I think he can grow into that a couple years down the line.
Okay, in the role that y'all talking about, let's look who's been successful there. JJ Redick, what's the other? Huh?
Jameer Nelson.
Jameer Nelson.
Hedo Turkoglu.
I mean, guys like that. I don't see him like that because his footwork, he's not really quick. You know what I'm saying? He's more of a catch and shoot guy. He's not going to get it off the bounce. Wagner is.
Let me ask you this, going back to the pick. Do you think he's the best leader in that draft class?
Who?
Yeah, I agree. I think so.
Yeah. So with that being said, and the roster they got, I think he can get them to over 5. I think he can get them to 500, especially if he start. Just because he's from a winning program.
If Cole Anthony take a leap, I like Cole Anthony. I liked him in high school. He was a beast. His college year up and down at UNC, but Cole Anthony is a bucket, man. And I like ex-pros kids sometimes, man. They show they ain't scared of nothing. They had to fight all their life to prove they wasn't just the rich spoiled kids. So I kind of like Cole Anthony.
Some of them had to fight. Some of them would just glide through though, for sure.
So they had to fight that reputation. You know, some of the good ones who wanted to prove had to fight that reputation.
Okay, so let me ask you this, Skip, because you know you're my guy and I value your opinion. Okay. So if you're saying Jalen Suggs can get them to 500, the East put in how many teams in the playoffs that were below 500?
A lot.
Okay.
Two. Okay, thank
below
you.
500?
Below 500. They put in 2 teams that was below 500. Oh, he knows where I'm going with it.
I know exactly where you're going with it.
So you're saying to me that they're going to be better than the Pistons. Drop the mic, baby. Yeah.
I think, and especially with the new coach they got, I like him too as well. You know, and not to get off topic, but you know, a lot of what's the word they used on the NBA draft? A lot of I'm gonna just use it. A lot of African American coaches are getting opportunities now, and African American coach that's got the opportunity for Orlando Magic can really coach. So I think
who over there now? I can't remember.
What is his name? What is his name? I just seen it too.
What's his name, Craig?
What is his name?
Oh, Jamal Mosley from Dallas.
Yeah.
Luka almost tried to get him to Dallas. He almost tanked to get him the Dallas job. So yeah, I heard a lot about him. I thought he was gonna get the Dallas job. So yeah, I heard a lot about him.
And like you said, switching up that style in Orlando, and then like you said, they got to find their identity. Once they find their identity, then I think he'll be able to get them over the hump. It might not happen in the first year, but I think that second year he'll be able to get them over the hump, in my opinion.
Marvin, you really telling me you think Orlando better than the Pistons, man?
Not right now. Not right now. I give you that one. Not right now.
Right. So Jalen Suggs, I mean, so do all of you think that he makes them a little bit better, or they're just still the same?
I think they're still the same.
I think he makes them a little bit better, not just because of him, but his leadership presence. Him being that type of guard. Like you said, at Gonzaga, man, he really impressed me at Gonzaga, man, especially with the talent.
that block he had and to save the ball, man, that was an NBA play, man. A lot of NBA players don't got that in them. So I like Suggs. I definitely like Suggs over Scotty Barnes, man.
And his IQ is high too. So with that being said, when you got a point guard that's a leader and his IQ is high, that's always gonna get you a little.
And a top football player. You know what I'm saying? At quarterback, he was one of the top in the state.
That brings the football mentality.
Yeah, got that dog mentality.
So that's why
Evan Mobley don't have. True. If Evan Mobley had Jalen Suggs,
but he ain't playing football. This is that thing, man. Jalen a winner, bro. So what I'm saying by that is anywhere he gonna go, he gonna win. How you win Mr. Football and Mr. Basketball? You know how hard that is? It's hard as hell to win both of those in the state.
That's
he
crazy.
won both of them. So he's a winner. I think he makes Orlando a little bit better. I'm not saying he's the savior of Dwight Howard, but I just think his leadership presence and how he carry himself is gonna rub.
But we do gotta look. Where did he go to school at? Wasn't he in Minnesota?
He
probably had to beat too many people. He probably had to beat too many people in football, man. Minnesota. There's a couple offensive linemen he had to beat out for Mr. Football.
But I didn't do the research, but people sleep. Minnesota is a good football state.
So you're saying they're gonna be 500 right now, Skip? You're saying they're gonna be 500?
I think they can. I think they can.
But then they better than the Pistons.
All right.
Let's move on. Just because I said they get to 500 don't mean they better than the Pistons. Because guess what? It's whoever's better that night that's gonna win. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that they're better than the Pistons, but I think he can get them to 500 if that makes sense.
Okay.
I'm just saying, Vince, you didn't even I asked you. You said you didn't even watch any of the Pistons, but let's just move on. You just, well, you know what? We just need to have a whole topic on the Pistons. Okay. You and I can debate.
I'll be the moderator.
Yeah. All right. So let's move on to OKC with Josh Giddey pick, which was another.
This was the wildest pick of the draft.
Yeah, I don't think anyone had him.
I can be quick and out the way for this, so y'all can discuss this. Why? Okay, I'm done. Why?
I hated this pick, man. They should have either took Kuminga or traded out of it, man. I don't understand why they took Josh Giddey, man.
Yeah,
talking about that don't make the roster better, man.
I don't have much to say on that.
Why? Why do you take this guy? Why? What does he do well?
They say he was I forgot who they compared him to, but they say he was going crazy in Australia.
Yeah, they look in that same league LaMelo was in. He said he played kind of favor LaMelo.
Oh my God. Okay, so let me tell you this. How old are you right now, Skip?
I'm 32.
All right, you can make a comeback and go over to Australia and play right now. If that was the man in Australia, I want to be your agent and I want to send you right now.
But you know what's so funny about this though? What if he be like the rookie of the year while we talking crazy about this?
Hey, you know what? He might be a sleeper.
That's what I said. What if the Thunder just put the ball in his hand every time and he just go crazy?
Right here on the podcast right now. You hear me say it for the nation to hear it. If Josh Giddey wins Rookie of the Year, I will get "I love Josh Giddey" tattooed on my body.
You got to tag him in that. I want to see this. I want to be there to record it when you get this tattoo.
All right, we're gonna double back to that. All right, let's go ahead and go over to Golden State, which they're in a unique position, man. But
they are.
I think they might. Listen, I don't want to sound crazy. Hear me out. They might have stole the draft. And the reason I say that is they addressed a serious need. They addressed a serious need. You know, they got Kuminga. Okay, so if you're tired or you get mad at Draymond's antics or whatever, you've got his replacement right there. Who is he learning from? Draymond Green. It was a great pick for them. They got better. Also in the pick, they took Moses Moody, who, if Klay Thomas can't go, you've got Moses Moody. You know what I'm saying? They addressed some needs. They got better. They might have stole the draft.
I second that. And the reason why I said it, like you said, because they got players that are similar to, like you said, if we go to the pick, Jonathan. He is a Draymond Green. You know what I'm saying? And if he learns from Draymond Green, he could be better than Draymond Green for sure. And
a little bit more athleticism.
Yeah, way more. Yeah, for sure. So with that being said, like you said, But then on the flip side, that's kind of scary because, like you said, are they trying to break that up in Golden State? Because they're getting players that are similar like the players. So if those players perform, then what? Does that mean Clay and that means Draymond goes to the bench? Because they are getting older.
No, because you can cut their minutes now. True. You can cut their minutes. They're ready for the playoff, and you still have production at that position. True. They got better, Skip.
Right, but you're paying them all that money too, though.
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I think Kuminga and Wiseman is getting the hell out of there. They trying to get a superstar so they can compete. Those guys are good players if you want to finish fourth in the West. But they got Steph, Clay, and Draymond. They trying to get a ship. They gonna if they could trade those guys for Bradley Beal or a Lillard, they out of there, man. But right now, I think they help them. They definitely help them. But I think they drafted the guys who can help and guys that got what's the word I'm looking for?
Trade value.
Trade value, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I say this to that. I say if it comes down to that, Draymond Green will be gone before Kuminga. He's a younger version. He's more athletic. Draymond Green usually averages right around the top of the most technical fouls in the NBA. He's actually cost him some games with some stupid stuff he's done. Klay Thompson, if he's healthy, he's not going anywhere, dude. That's the Splash Brothers. If you want to keep Steph Curry, he ain't going nowhere.
I agree, like you said, but
Draymond's that hard. I don't think they in a position to trade Draymond because going back to my Evan Mobley, he just brings a toughness to him. He can guard that 5. He can guard that 4. He's too interchangeable to that team, and I can't see Kuminga, at least not right now. Kuminga can't do that right now. Draymond Green's was almost damn near defensive player of the year, and they was a 9th seed. Like that's how great he is at 6'9". So I can't see them trading him until they build that person up.
But
and I
you know how that go. And you can be one of the best players in the world. Not one of the best players. You can be in that top tier. But if you ain't getting it done, just look at DeMar DeRozan. Just look at some of the players that they don't care. Like you said, especially if they can get a younger player in here, and that could be the excuse. Not well, I got rid of Draymond to build up Jonathan. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then they want to win. You got to think if you won champion, if you was in the NBA Finals, what was it? 4 out of the 5 years.
Before last year, if you won last year.
Yeah. You got that itch. They're like, look, we got to win now. I don't got time to rebuild. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that doesn't happen. But I'm saying I can see, like you said, the NBA it can cutthroat for sure. And like you said, we don't know what's happening behind the scenes either.
In my 20 years of coaching, I have learned one thing. It is never the big things that beat you. It's a culmination of all the little things. And one of the little things that I watched all year was Draymond Green and Kerr's body language. It's getting old, man. Those technicals, some of the dumb stuff he did, it's getting old. I'm telling you. And Kerr is starting to question him more. Like, why are you doing that? Why are you, why would you do that now? I forget the game, but he cost him the game. He got a technical late in the game. He did some dumb stuff, and I wish I could remember the game.
I know. I think I remember the game you're talking about.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think. Was it a late 5? I can't remember what it was, but I remember the game you was talking about.
Yes.
They had the press conference about it, and Draymond. It was like in the last couple seconds. I can't remember what it was.
Yes. Oh, I know what it was. They had fouled to stop the clock, shoot free throws, and they were only going to be down 3 if they hit both free throws. Now you got Steph Curry, who's known for making big shots. Draymond Green then acts a fool, gets a technical, so the other team got the ball back and technical fouls. They lost the game. Steve Kerr was livid. And what did he keep saying during the press conference? Draymond has to be better. He knows better. I'm telling you, watch that situation.
And you got to think with wisdom that should get better. Like you said, if you look at the players like Ron Artest and Dennis Rodman in their earlier days, it was similar to Draymond. But then if you look at them when they got older in their career, those technical, even Rasheed, even those technicals started to go down, they started to get a little bit more wiser. He needs to start. I'm not saying, I don't know, I don't make millions, but it would be good to see him start coming down a little bit more with that, if that makes sense.
Well, We went over France, the Wagner brother there on 8. I don't know if you guys want to touch on it anymore, or we can move on to Sacramento.
Okay.
All right. So with number 9, Sacramento took Davion Mitchell.
I like Davion.
I love the player. I hate the fit, unless they trade in Fox. Unless they, I think what's his name? Halliburton and Davion Mitchell is probably the future backcourt for that team. I can't. They got 3 ball handlers. I think one of them got to go. I like Halliburton, or however you say his name. I love him, and I love Fox. Like Fox is my favorite one. Well, not my favorite player, but one of my favorite guards to watch. But I don't think all 3 of those guys could play together.
Oh my God! Did y'all bring Tone on here just to hurt my feelings? Is that what this is about? Come on, man. De'Aaron Fox is one of the best guards in the NBA.
I love him.
Okay.
Real quick before you go, because this is a argument I have with my friends all the time. Better guard, Fox or Shea? We argue about those 2 all the time.
That's tough. But I'm going to have to go Fox.
I say Fox. I say Fox.
Because he's been consistent doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm going to say this. It was a great pick. I love the pick. I'm scared for him just because of the organization that he went to. And they seem to stay in disarray. I don't understand why, but they do. De'Aaron Fox, great point guard. You brought in a dog lockdown defender who can score with Mitchell. If Harkless gets his stuff together, Harkless can be a dog, man. I
could tell you a coach, because that's what every coach say about Harkless. He's like 9 coaches that said that about Mo Harkless.
Okay. You done already shopped Buddy Hield or whatever. You shopped him. So he knows he's out of there. I don't know what pieces you're going to bring back for him. Sacramento right now is either turning the corner or killing this kid's career. One or the other. There is no in between. But Mitchell is a dog. I like Mitchell. And I love his backstory. Skip, back me up.
I love his backstory, like you said, man.
What's his backstory? I wasn't familiar.
I think somebody passed. Like he was either, don't give me the line, but either his family passed away or he was in an orphan or something like that. Don't give me the line, but it was one of those.
Tougher perseverance types. Okay.
Yeah. He overcame that. Yeah. Got Baylor. It was a little rocky with the coach at first, but then he, you know what I'm saying? I like him a lot. He's probably the toughest defender in the draft, in my opinion, like you said.
He reminded me of Marcus Smart with a better jump shot.
Way better jump shot. That's a great comparison for sure. No, I like him as well too. Like you said, Sacramento for him though. I don't think that's a good fit, like you said. But if we can get him and Fox to play together, maybe that'll be some exciting games for sure. But man, I don't think it was a good fit for him.
I disagree, man. I think him and you got 2 of the best backcourt right now with Fox in him. I beg the Lakers to go out and get Fox. And for them to go with Ball, and we're going back to another draft, but for them to take Ball over Fox, I told everybody during that draft that Fox was better than Ball, was going to be better than Ball, and the Lakers are kicking themselves in the butt to this day should have took De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox and Mitchell are a great backcourt. You got 2 killers there. Now you just got to do something with it.
All right. Let's move on.
I'm about to say, Kurt, it's funny because now we're going to the next team, and guess who plays for that team? Ball.
Right. So, and this actually was traded to Memphis. So Zayer Williams. So I guess you guys speak on it as far as you guys think that they should have traded.
I like Zayer, like we said earlier in the show, man. He his college year wasn't shit, but as far as high school Sierra Canyon, man, he was always a top recruit, man. Ball 6'8", 6'10", could play really the 2 through 4. You know what I'm saying? He get a little stronger. He got a nice little step back and take it to the cup. So I thought he was. I think he was just a little sleeper. I think they took him a little too high, but I like him overall.
So how does he fit in Memphis?
And Memphis, if he played the 2 guard, that's a nice backcourt with Jai and Zaire. I thought he was a 3-4. I didn't even know he was listed as a 2. That's a big backcourt with him. 6'8", 6'10" with Jaren. That's like 14 feet, 15 feet worth of length. You know, so I think if he could develop, it's all about it. If he could develop fast, because I don't know how fast they want to win with Memphis. I don't know if they try to take it slow or speed it up. But if he can develop into a short thing in the next season or two, they could be something to watch.
For sure. And I always say this too, man. When you got he's been around LeBron James since he was in high school.
Yeah.
He in a LeBron vouch for you, you go for sure. So like you said, even if the first 2 years don't work out, he's going to be fine. Like you said, he's probably going to work out with them in the offseason. I'm pretty sure he signed with Clutch. I'm pretty sure he's going to be in the right. He's
the crazy thing is he didn't sign with Clutch, but Brandon Boston did, and he went in the 40s. I was surprised he slipped, but yeah, he didn't sign with Clutch.
Okay, well he did sign with Clutch, but he has. That's a family member. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's family. That's family for sure.
Like you're saying, with that length, man, that kind of fit Memphis style a little bit as well. You know what I'm saying? He got to get a little bit more tough to be going to Memphis, though, for sure, because you know that's the ground.
And Memphis ain't missed on a pick in 3 years.
No, they haven't. They have not. So that's I like that pick for them as well too. He might be the one. He might be the sleeper because, like you said, people not expecting him to be so good. So he really might be the sleeper, especially with Ja. You know, Ja gonna pass that ball. Ja gonna, you know. I like that pick for sure.
I think Memphis is trying to make a run now. I think that was a really good pick for them. I think that was very smart. I think the Pelicans played themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because a player like that actually helps them. Mm-hmm. And now they just help Memphis. Memphis got better. He's going to a good I don't even want to say program because it's not a good organization now that seems to be doing things right. Memphis is doing things right, man. And they're going to make some noise next year. I'm not saying it's going to be a significant jump that they're competing for the championship, NBA championship, but they're going to be better than they were last year.
For sure, especially with Ja coming back, man. I'm a big Ja fan, huge Ja fan.
And then he played in the OVC.
Ja played at
Murray State.
Yeah, he did.
And that's the OVC, right?
Yeah.
I know somebody else who played in the OVC. Oh, me. Yeah. Shout out to the OVC.
All right, so let's go on to Charlotte with James Bouknight.
Smiling, Greg. I'm smiling.
But what are they doing over there? I mean,
they're getting better. They're getting better. And they're
not going. Hey, Vince, I think we are polar opposite. I hated this pick for them, man.
Yeah. Like Graham is out, right?
Combo guards on their roster.
Yes.
Never mind.
I know Graham is probably out of there.
Yeah.
You got Malik Monk, Graham, Terry Rozier,
Ball.
Them twins. They got
guys are gone, and they're pieces. They're gonna use them as pieces. I'm telling you, with Ball, they have something. They found a leader. They're putting pieces around him, and if they play their cards right, they got pieces to move that other pieces need. Everybody in the league needs combo guards. Think about it. How many organizations right now are out looking for combo guards? Okay, so. I'm going to tie it into the Pistons. Calm down, man. Hold on. So they got pieces to trade, pieces to use, but they're going to compete in the top. Now they're going to move to the top part of the conference. Last year, they were competing and struggling to maintain. This year now, they're going to compete in the top 10 of the conference. I like the pieces that they got. I like the pieces that they're going to move out. And they just kept themselves in front of the Pistons.
The only thing I hate that Charlotte didn't do is that they drafted Kai Jones instead of Isaiah Jackson. I think Isaiah Jackson and LaMelo, they played on that same prep team together. And I think they already got a little chemistry. I think they would have been nice together, man.
Yeah, but my thing, because that was my thing too. If Mr. Ball is your celebrity / high paid player, he should have made that happen. Listen, look, if my guy is there,
Jacob, man.
Yeah, for sure. Because like you said,
and he's good. Like he's good. He can play.
I mean,
that pick and roll would have been crazy. Those oops he would have threw to him. Man, I loved him.
They signed his brother
hoping for
too.
it.
Yeah, his brother's going there.
Also, they got Mason Plumlee as well.
Yeah, they got
So
And I like the Mason Plumlee for the Pistons.
I did, yeah.
He plays
He was
solid.
Did all right.
sleeper.
Yeah.
Hey, Plumlee is athletic, man. Don't underestimate him. He's
Sneaky.
athletic.
Yeah.
All the Plumlee's athletic, to be honest with you.
He had a triple-double last year. Like, he was way better because people was tripping. Like, did they really just give Mason Plumlee $20 million over 3 years? And he
Yeah, that
actually
was a
made
steal.
it.
Yeah.
Charlotte got better.
Not with Book Night, though.
Did you call him Poop Night?
All right, let's move on to San Antonio with Joshua Primo.
I don't even know nothing about Primo, man. I can't even lie.
Yeah, it was a lot of other people on the board that they could have.
It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people that kind of got. Primo actually plays solid for Alabama last year.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if they trying to come back with another Kawhi. You know what I'm saying? Because he got the Kawhi body. He's not a Kawhi, so don't take it as I'm saying he's Kawhi at all. But the body frame, the type, he got big hands. He could be half of Kawhi. But like you said, the Spurs are in a rebuilding process as it is anyway because of LaMarcus Aldridge retiring.
Free DeJounte Murray. Send him to another team, man. I love DeJounte Murray, man.
I do too. But they got him, long athletic wing, excellent shooting potential, And then with Pop, of course, Pop gonna get you better. His system is so cold. He can plug anybody in there and make them be efficient. So I think he'll be fine.
So what is San Antonio? That's my question. What is San Antonio trying to do?
I don't know, man. They got 7 number 4 players on their team, man. They got a whole bunch of low spades.
Low spades can win some games, though. Don't forget that. Especially for a good spades player, them low spades can win.
They got the 6. The 6. If the 6 is your highest spade, and you got the 6-5-4, it's like it might get one book, But I don't know, man. They got to trade a few of them boys, man. I don't know what they're doing, man. There's nobody to build around. There's not one foundation piece on their team.
That's true.
Yeah. So let's move on to Indiana. Damn, why did I say it like that? Indiana. Chris Duarte.
Bucket getter. Have y'all seen him play?
Yes.
Yeah, I seen him at Oregon.
Bucket getter.
Older too. Oldest player in the first round, 24.
Yeah, but he
short, so you could slide him right in and do what he do.
Yeah, for sure.
But the first thing I thought about with this pick, and I want you guys to take a minute and really think about it. Bucket getter. He is a bucket getter. He's going there with Sabonis, LeVert, and Brogdon. Okay? Which is some good battery mates to have. But they just brought in Rick Carlisle. That slows down your game. Not only does it slow down your game, he's confrontational. He gets into it with players. I don't know what's going to happen with this team. For real, I don't. I'm Indiana. I don't know if they just shot themselves in the foot or got better, to tell you the truth. I like to pick better than I like to coach, put it that way.
Yeah, they should be issuing an apology for what's the guy that got the Atlanta job? What's the coach they fired? Can't think of his name, but he took Atlanta to the conference finals.
They made him the head coach too.
Nate McMillan. Man, they had people thinking he was washed up, man. He was a beast, and he didn't do bad in Indiana. They just always lost to a better team.
Yeah.
I'm just going. Indiana. I in the lack of a better term, wants to do it their way. They have this idea. Look at the people that they brought in. They had Rick Carlisle. They brought in Larry Bird. Bringing back Rick Carlisle. They are stuck on how they think success should work. They're not evolving with the game of basketball, and that's why this pick scares me. This kid's a bucket getter. I'd love to see him with another organization. I just don't know how it's going to fare there.
So you said they probably should have took Corey Kispert.
Yeah.
And that's what I actually, I was gonna say, because we already talked about Moses Moody with Golden State, so I guess we can do the last one more with Corey Kispert over in Washington.
Washington dead, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. There's no other way to put it. Washington's dead. So Indiana should have took him, and they would have been better off. Okay. But if you said we got to go back for a second, I just want to touch on one thing. My boy Boot Knight here. So I think somebody called him Poop Knight. But anyway, he's got Ball. Check this out. Ball, Hayward, Bridges, Zeller, okay, Carney Jr., and Nick Richards. They've got some pieces, man. Do not sleep on Charlotte. I'm telling you, they have.
I think Charlotte's gonna be really good, actually, man. Yes. Really good. I mean, because like I said, I Ball is. Something just told me he was gonna be good, man. I just knew like he was just gonna be. And even his dad called. He said that he was the best.
He's the best out of you. I've been following him since high school. I knew he was going, and he
just got that swag,
star
like
potential. You just it's something about him that just gravitate to you. You know what I'm saying? So players gonna want to play with him, man.
Yeah,
So
all the market though, like you said. But then, like you said, if he get his brother over there, because he want his brothers to play together. I don't know if that means it's in Charlotte or somewhere else, but the young Ball is the future and he the best brother for sure.
Listen, absolutely right. I agree with you. And that kid has Magic Johnson qualities. Yeah. I'm not saying he is Magic Johnson. I'm saying he has Magic Johnson qualities. Guys like him. He makes the game fun. They like to play with him. And now here's the other thing. If you watch the interview, and I'm reaching here, but if you watched all the interviews, the Ball father told everybody when they played tournaments, everybody was looking out for the older Ball and the youngest Ball. And the one who always led them in scoring was Mellow Ball. Or Jello Ball.
Jello.
Yeah, Jello Ball. He's the one that always led them in scoring because he could knock down, shoot. He gets there with Charlotte with his brother, and his brother holds him accountable because I believe the younger brother has enough swag to do that. They become dangerous, man.
I think Jello got a future as state manager, man. He ain't no NBA athlete, man. He picked the wrong sport, man. He was supposed to be a tight end, man. He should have took a finance class, but instead of stealing it at UCLA.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna make that roster, man. I think that's just another one, you know.
But I like Corey though. Just to go back to that, I like
the pick. Yeah, he's definitely a shooter. But again, he just the team that he's on. I don't know, man. So, anything else, guys? Any other like picks that y'all like? You know,
my favorite pick of the draft is well, not my favorite, just my sleeper pick. I think he got a dark horse for rookie of the year, Cam Thomas out of LSU for the Nets. I think a lot of those Nets guys gonna rest. I think he's gonna get a lot of shots during the season. He can average 15 points off the bench like every night because he gonna man that second unit.
You know who I like too? I like Trey Man.
I like Trey Man too. He's nice. He's nice.
I like Trey Man for sure. So
I think he might have been the best pure point guard in this draft, man.
Okay, so my rookie of the year this year is Zayer Williams going to Memphis. That's your rookie of the year. I'm calling it here.
You mean after K? He could be in a all-rookie team.
Yeah.
Kate's not going to be rookie of the year.
You don't think so?
No.
Why not?
I like if I'm being all serious, I like Memphis' system better. I think he's going to be put in a better system, and I think, and I know you hate when I do this, Craig, but don't forget, coach at Detroit wanted Mobley. When you see the celebration when they picked Cade, you didn't see the coach in there. You saw everybody else high-fiving. He clapped and he was like, yeah, okay, all right, yeah, here we go. But he wanted Mobley. When you have discontent there, I'm telling you, it slows production, buddy.
It do. But Dwayne Casey can get his old rigid ass on. We gotta speed this up, man.
So you know what?
That's what I'm saying. Like the reason why I don't think Mobley, like we should have, because again, we don't have time to wait. I think we got good pieces, and I think in the next few years, we could definitely be, in the playoffs. But we definitely gonna be 9th or 10th in the league.
I think Cade, this running with this team next year can average 17, 7, and 5 his rookie year.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna get the ball and go. He can run a break. I like Cade, man.
I'm putting
and he clutch.
What's the thing they gonna do?
Stand in the corner.
Stand in the corner and shoot the hell out the ball. That's what he gonna do. It's okay. Like I said, now that you hear, watch some of the games, man. My dog going crazy right now.
Is Jalen Green. I'm gonna give it to Jalen Green because he's gonna have the ball a lot.
You think so, Jalen Green? Yeah.
But he know how to ball a lot, so all he can do is score. And you know how that goes. They're going to the highlights.
Yeah,
what he gonna do Kevin when he Porter get an elbow and mess up his face, man? He might miss. He trying to be 2 GQ out there, man.
Yeah, I don't, like you said, that Kevin Porter and that mixture, you know what I mean? Because Kevin Porter gonna want the ball, man. So
I think, like you said, I think it'll be interesting for sure. If Cade don't win it, then I think Jalen gonna get it for sure. But
Jalen a bucket, man.
Because they were trying to compare that to that Westbrook and James Harden with the guard at the point guard position and the 2 guard position, but just younger. And I can actually see that.
I've heard all of that, but watch what I say. I said Zayer Williams.
I like Zayer. Zayer might have been a sleeper in the first round. I like Zayer.
Yeah, he was.
Especially if he could develop fast. He got to develop fast.
And he's going to a good system with Ja Morant, who is unselfish, doesn't mind sharing the ball. I'm telling you, he just wants to win, and Memphis is doing things right. That guy, watch that guy. Watch that kid.
Yeah, and they got a nice.
I can't wait till the season, man.
Ja Morant got to get a better 3-point shot too, man. He's so inconsistent, man.
You've been watching them in like the leagues he's been playing in the summertime. Like, you know how he be putting little clips of different leagues.
Yeah.
He been shooting a 3. I mean, I know that's the league. I know that's not the NBA, but he been working on that 3 for sure this summer, for sure. And now that my guy in Cleveland, man, I'm gonna have to drive down and go to some Cavalier games now, man, just to make sure he legit.
Okay. So before we get off of here, I just want to ask my panel of guys, my brothers, Lakers, good move, bad move, Westbrook.
Right now, without seeing what they do with the rest of the roster, I'm gonna say bad move because again, that's 3 guys in the paint, man. I don't know who spreads the floor. We've seen Westbrook. He has to have the driving lane. And I don't know if AD is out at the 3-point line, man. He's useless. So I just, that's a lot of paint, man. I don't never bet against King James though, but I feel like he'll figure it out. But Westbrook is such a hard player to play with when it comes to stars. I just feel like it's gonna be tough.
I disagree. Like you said, even when he first started, he had James Harden and he had Kevin Durant, and they went to the Western Conference Finals. Yeah. I think Westbrook sometimes is just misunderstood because he just wants to win. He's a winner. And if you're not on the same page he's on to win, then that's when the rest of the stuff come out. That's what, to me anyway. Then like you said, he could be the primary ball handler. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. LeBron is in his prime, getting out of his prime. So Russell Westbrook and AD can win you games, period. Just those 2. I think it's a good move just because, like you said, who else they could have got? Who else?
Lowry. They was out of options.
Yeah, Lowry, but he to me, and don't get me wrong, he's a great player. Sometimes he's just too inconsistent for me, and he don't know when to step up and when not to step up, in my opinion. This is my opinion.
He had a better catch. Lowry got a better catch and shoot 3, could play a little bit better defensively, and he know how to play off the ball. When Westbrook don't got the ball, he might as well stay down the court. He stands there. His hoop shorts got pockets. But the motherfucking hands is in his pockets out there, man. Like, he don't cut without the ball. He's useless.
But name another team that he was on that he was excited to be on, and he coming back home.
Does that changes his game?
I mean, I think playing with LeBron, it will. I think it will for sure. I think it will. Like you said, your game, don't get me wrong, you're going to play your game, but when you play with other good players, you tend to mold to, you tend to mold. And like you said, Westbrook always felt like he was the best player on the team, right or wrong.
I think whoever he play with, he gonna feel like he the best player on the team.
Westbrook has to have the ball in his hands too much. Between him and LeBron, one of them's gonna have to take a back seat.
I think LeBron is. I think LeBron
will.
Yeah, I think LeBron will. LeBron is. Well, listen, we already know if LeBron was to retire tomorrow, he'll probably be the second best player of all time if he retired tomorrow. So I don't think he has nothing else to prove. He just won more championships. So with that being said, if he got to take the back seat, I think he'll let Russ,
Game four in the second round, game tied. I mean, the Lakers down 3. Who got the ball in their hands? LeBron or Westbrook?
True.
Westbrook. I mean, it's already been argued. People can argue that LeBron doesn't step up sometimes. So,
and that's true. In certain situations, that's why he had Kyrie. That's why he had other players to help. So that's fine.
So that's what I'm saying. So that's why it does kind of fit.
But LeBron gonna make the play, and if LeBron got the ball in his hands, what is Westbrook gonna do?
Sit in the corner, maybe go for the knockdown 3.
He can't shoot.
No offensive rebound.
He can't shoot.
His mid-range. See,
Listen. I almost agree. It ain't been the same since he left. His mid-range used to be water. He used to have one of the best mid-ranges in the game. The motherfucker lost it. He almost some Ben Simmons type stuff. He literally lost out. He can't shoot. I don't know if he got too strong or what, but he just literally
I think that's what it is. He got too strong.
And the over-under on how many fans he's going to attack during the season.
Some of the fans be fucking with him, though.
He do get into it. He be getting into it with them.
Okay, and Carmelo Anthony is going to come to the Lakers. That gives you your catch-and-shoot guy, your knockdown shooter.
He going to catch and shoot. I don't know if it's going to go.
All right. He definitely gonna shoot that boy.
Melo can shoot that boy. Carmelo Anthony can shoot that boy.
No, he can. Melo mid-range used to be cold too, but like you said,
that triple threat. Melo get you in that box, so that triple threat, it's a wrap.
In that joint. All right, y'all, man. Nothing else.
Yeah,
good to have you on, Tone.
Man, appreciated that, man. I needed that. I ain't been on a pod in a minute, man. That felt good, man.
Appreciate you coming on, man. Next time we got to get you and Bro on too. So
for sure, man.
And we got to return a favor too and come on y'all's as well.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Anytime. Again, congratulations, Coach, on the job. I watched the last episode, man.
Thank you. Now y'all got to get up to some games. I need y'all in the house.
Definitely gonna be there, man.
Oh yeah.
All right, fellas.
All right, see y'all, man. Appreciate y'all again.
Yep.
My producer, pull from the hip 4/5, I'm the shooter. Dog, I do ya. But the two don't discriminate, cause I shoot the guy next to ya. I can see